I love this movie.
Let me see what you have there. Oh, I would bluff me.
Go ahead, bluff me. What would you do?
God, Carl Malden.
Wow. Yeah. Look at how young he is.
Yeah.
I missed 5 card stud.
No string bets. Check and raise. A dead man has 1/2 hour to raise his roll outside the
I love that he knows how to shuffle too.
In watching this, I wanted to steal like 10 lines, you know, that they've all said
The dead man
during
has
this
1/2 hour.
Yeah.
Yep. To raise his roll. Get back in.
What a crowd. Oh, there he is. Your G.
Look at those eyes.
It's funny you see that and you're just like, Daniel Craig's got the same kind of
Yeah.
blue
Yep.
eyes.
Wait, trust him?
First
I've cut the deck.
mistake, right?
So this game is 1 down, 4 up, I think, in this hand.
I think it maybe 1 down, 3
Or is
up,
it
1 down.
1-3-1 or
1,
I
3,
don't
1.
remember, yeah.
Oh, is it 1
I mean, I
1?
don't
Yeah.
know.
I think it's 1-4 in this version. Because we talked, he's got the jack.
I like that they just show a little fabric of like a hand with unevent, because that's a lot of poker. It's just the little
But, yeah.
nothingness things that are happening all the time.
4, 10,
They're setting up, of course.
king, ace to the man.
Ace to the man.
Ace bet's $25. I can't get started. Feeling.
Jack Weston. He was in everything for about 30 years.
Is that Anne Margaret?
It's Anne Margaret, yeah.
God, she's
Wow. That's Rip Torn. Jesus.
Rip Torn.
Oh my God.
You recognize him without the beard.
God, he's the best.
Here to play. Queen to the 10. 10. Pair of 5s. How much? 250. Make it 500 and see you both run.
He's like Viffer.
And the string bet now.
They said no string bets.
And they said it too, right?
What was that? Did he say 2,000?
I'm here to talk to the audience, in case they don't know what's happening.
Another string bet. You're 2,000.
Opera glasses.
Now come, let me just bring money to the table. In the middle of a hand.
I tried that today. They didn't let me do it, Phil.
I don't know. What?
I love that.
Of course. Yeah.
Look, he's squiggling.
I've got 7th billing. I have to fold.
Sadly.
He does have that Daniel Craig thing going on.
Right? Yeah.
He does.
That's interesting.
And that was before
Never
they had the blue contact lenses. They must put something on the camera. God, I love this movie.
I don't even understand. At the end, did it?
He folded. So he bet
No.
2,000
Right.
and then
Oh, then
the
raised
queen
3 on a
bet
string bet with his buddy coming in
to
and
make
then,
5, and then the other
then
guy
he got
folds.
okay.
Right.
So he's in for 2, but he's folding it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to keep going.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So this movie brings back. Obviously, it's a form of poker that I think a lot of people who, you know, growing up, you probably played this game of poker, but you don't see a whole lot of it played now. Tell us a little bit about what style of poker they're playing here and some of the theory of why they're betting. And explain that.
I think it's either 1 down, 4 up, which I think they played later in the movie. That's why I think that this scene.
They
is
did.
that.
They did.
Okay,
They
yeah.
did 1 down, 4
And that one at the end of the movie was where it was highly unrealistic, where he gets a straight flush, whatever. But in this
Against
one,
the,
this was
aces
more like
flow, yeah.
real. You know, the flow. They showed the first hand where, you know what the guys had, and the guy just went like the flow of money. it had an old. I remember seeing this movie when I was a punk little kid, and I thought, oh yeah, cool, you know. It's but I didn't really know anything about gambling, so it still has that. I mean, I don't even play that 1 down 4. I don't know. It's an older movie, so like I don't know.
And then when you're playing this style,
cool.
obviously it's very different. You know, people who hold them, seeing the whole cards.
A lot
That
of
card is
opening
down. You have no idea what's going to be
Right.
underneath there.
But I mean, the main thing to bring out of this is that, that bringing, I mean, it's so obviously bad that you can't really talk about it because it's all these cool actors, whatever, but the guy's coming from behind them. So, yeah, you want to raise them? Hold on, okay, here's some money to raise. Then, now I raised. What? I mean.
Well, didn't they say no string bets? And
Yeah,
that's all we got.
And they actually talked about that. Yeah,
You know what I'm thinking? You know, it's a home game, and all home games, a lot of times they have their own rules. Like some people say, no check raising at this home game. So they might, because they're playing such high stakes, they might like when people say, okay, you know what, I'm going to, $3,000 I'm going to raise. They might allow that at this particular game. I'm giving it a little slack because I absolutely love this movie. I always thought it was one of the most realistic depictions of those all-night poker games where people are sleeping on the sofa, sort of the tawdry glamour, the girls standing around their evening gowns, and they'd really rather be anywhere else than watching their men play poker. I love that Carl Malden took all the time to learn how to shuffle. Obviously, he spent time at poker games. He did the shuffle. He said the no string bets, which you never, ever, ever hear in movies.
He's taking out the jokers out of the
he's
deck.
doing the cha-tung, cha-tung, cha-tung.
I mean, that was really tight.
Yeah, and I just think I absolutely love this movie, and I think it's fantastic. I would give it. I know we're not at that point yet. Wait, let's
get to that point.
Okay, I would honestly. It's such a good movie. I would give it. I'd give it a full house for. I'd give it a full house for poker veracity. Just saying that at home games, sometimes anything goes. Sometimes you can, put more stuff on the table. This is the 60s, Maybe they didn't realize that you could be weird cheating stuff could happen. And I would say, in terms of acting, I would give it Quad Queens.
Wow.
I love this movie.
How about for Steve McQueen's Blue Eyes?
Those blue eyes.
What do
That's
those
before
get?
they had the blue contact lenses. I mean, the blue eyes, I would say that's those eyes alone, straight flush.
Okay, all right. And Richard,
Yeah,
what do you?
we were remarking about how much Daniel Craig kind of looks like Steve McQueen.
Yeah, Daniel Craig from Casino Royale,
the
and
same
had that
kinda
same
thing. I mean, the cool factor's off the charts here. I would agree with Jennifer. The poker, I think we can excuse it a little bit because of what it is. As a movie, it's quads.
Yep.
I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
And there's so much happening in that scene. That scene is actually establishing what's going to happen later on there. Edward G. Robinson is playing the man, and we see that Steve McQueen's fearless, and spoiler alert, since the movie came out 50 years ago, that's what's going to be his downfall.
Yes,
but it's so great, and you're so right about the background stuff. You saw Anne Margaret in the background, but there's somebody right now going, my grandfather was smoking observer in the Cincinnati Kid.
Smoking Observer too.
But I mean, just the factor of all that, and the acting is great, and I love that they. I think back in the day there was a little more attention paid to let's pace a movie.
Yeah.
Because nowadays let's get right to it. And
That's
here,
like a real poker game.
opening the deck of cards, cracking the deck,
Yeah.
and all that stuff as you mentioned.
Antonio's
So I love
complaining
that.
today that the game was too slow. I mean, he would really complain if he was in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
That setting the tone of the aura that you kind of develop as you keep going to gambling halls or local ones, whatever it is, that kind of resonates the most fairly and honestly out of all the poker movies. Maybe Rounders does it too, finds the right chord for wow, this is, because it's a grind and there's a lot of folding and it's boring and
You
whatever.
could tell the
that
girls,
And it
they
shows
were,
that.
they were a little wilted and
Yeah.
their shoes hurt and they're like, how much longer do I have to stand here and pretend
But
like
they
I'm
were
interested?
going to hang out there. This
That's
is
what
what
the
they're
girls,
doing for the
they
night.
stand
Yeah,
around.
I mean, the guys
that's a
are
great
wearing-
point though, because you can
Yeah.
almost see like the backstory. Like I didn't know my life was going to
Yeah,
be
I didn't
watching
know
a
we were gonna
poker
end up
game.
here.
Put them all dressed up.
And they got suits
I'm
on.
like, really? When are we going
I
out?
thought we were going to the store
When are we
club.
going to someplace? Yeah,
10
or
more
something called
minutes.
Shea something. You
Right.
know?
Yeah,
But
so-
Steve
Star
McQueen,
Club,
when that
that's
movie
nice.
came out, Steve McQueen, he's always been a god in the motorcycle in the whatever Alcatraz, what was it, to 12 Escape something, whatever in that.
Papillon was the Great Escape, of course.
Yeah, the Great
yeah,
Escape.
yeah.
I was thinking, he's just like the epitome of cool. And back then, so every 9-year-old that saw that movie was like, wow, Steve McQueen.
That's
Gotta
That's
learn how to
really
play
cool.
poker.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Quad Queens, I think, for the Richard.
Yes.
What do you think?
I'd say quad tens. It's right
Okay.
there. Yeah, it's
And I'm
great,
going to go
great, great.
pre-flop again. I'm going to go jacks just because I like queens. I
stubborn,
like the
isn't
queen
he?
hand better.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay jacks with it because this is solid and whatever. But
And Jax could really go either way.
Because I'm more of a modernist, and Rounders is more of a modern feel.
All right, so there you go. That's Cincinnati
Yeah.
Kid with our panel here. I think we liked it. Poker night in America.
Yeah.
I actually love watching these scenes.
Oh
It's so
yeah,
great.
I haven't seen that forever.
Ooh, I love this movie.
Let me see what you have there. Oh, I would bluff me.
Go ahead, bluff me. What would you do?
God, Carl Malden.
Wow. Look at how young he is.
Yeah.
I missed 5 cards, stud.
No string mix. Check and raise. If dead man has 1/2 hour to raise his roll outside the
I love that he knows how to shuffle too.
In watching this, I wanted to steal like 10 lines that they've all said
During
during this
1/2 hour.
Yeah.
to raise his roll. Get back in.
What a crowd. Oh, there he is. Your G.
Look at those eyes.
It's funny you see that. You're like Daniel Craig's got the same kind of
Yeah.
blue
Yep.
eyes.
Wait, trust him?
First
I haven't cut the deck.
mistake, right?
So this game is 1 down, 4 up, I think, in this hand.
I think it maybe 1 down, 3
Or is
up,
it
1 down.
1-3-1 or
1,
I
3,
don't
1.
remember. Yeah.
Oh, is it 1
I mean, I
1?
don't
Yeah.
know.
I think it's 1-4 in this version. Because we talked. He's got the jack.
I like that they just show a little fabric of like a hand with unevent, because that's a lot of poker. It's just the little
Yeah.
nothingness things that are happening all the time.
4, 10,
They're setting up, of course.
king, ace to the man.
Ace to the man.
Ace bets $25. I can't get started.
Jack Weston. He was in everything for about 30 years.
Is that Anne Margaret?
It's Anne Margaret, yeah.
God, she's
Wow. That's Rip Torn. Jesus.
Rip Torn.
Oh my God.
You recognize him without the beard.
God, he's the best.
Here to play. Queen to the 10. 10. Pair of 5s. 250.
500 to see you both run.
He's like Biffer.